Necromancers are being encouraged to utilise Death Shroud to ironically prevent their own demise. There is also an attempt to reduce the amount of consistent cover conditions which Necromancers are able to maintain, and additionally a slight reduction in the amount of bleeding applied by staff builds in PvP. 2 traits are being altered in an attempt to promote the usage of Death Shroud as a mechanism for absorbing damage, rather than a method to apply infinite weakness through weakening Shroud, which is having its cooldown increased by 10 seconds to 25, which assuming a standard condition build will reduce weakness uptime from a theoretical 66.4% to 39.8%. This will also reduce the capacity for Necromancers to stack bleeds to some degree, due to the 2 stacks that will wait an extra 10 seconds before being applied. The second trait is Vital Persistence. It's becoming twice as strong as before, reducing the rate of drain of life force by 50%, so assuming no incoming damage or gain in life force, Death Shroud will last for 50 whole seconds when charged to maximum. This alteration will add an extra slice of durability to the Shroud of Death for only a small 10-point investment into Soul Reaping. 3 traits are simply being brought up to the level set forth by other professions. Death into Life and Deadly Strength are having their conversion rates increased to 7% and 10% respectively, which takes them to the new shiny standard for attribute conversion traits. Furthermore, Banshee's Wail's Warhorn skill cooldown reducing aspect will take the step up to normality, settling at 20%. It's a fine day for those who raise the dead, as Reanimator's cooldown is being halved. Every 15 seconds any foe you slay will be reborn as an unfeasibly small minion. This could potentially have some interesting synergies with other traits such as Death Nova, Necromantic Corruption, or Protection of the Horde, in addition to making Reanimator not completely pointless. Still within the death magic tier is Reaper's Protection, which inspires terror in any foolish foes who dare to apply disables. Soon it will be able to activate every 60 seconds. This could have some extra application in long protracted engagements, or fleeing from multiple adversaries. Blood to Power is having a major awesomeness increase. Its health threshold is being reduced to 75%, and power gain increased to 120, about 3.5 stacks of might. Assuming an even time spent at each percentage of health, this trait will be about 3.3 times better. The final Necromancer trait affected by the upcoming changes is Chill of Death, which will auto-cast Spinal Shivers on targets with less than 50% health, up from 25%. Arguably, this doesn't make the trait better, as it will no longer be a surprise-killing flourish that may cause unsuspecting players to wonder where all their health went, and why they still can't use their healing ability. However, it will now be much more likely to trigger twice or more in a single encounter, and will certainly be superior if used in player versus environment situations, as against bosses and so on will be active for double the time, and hence almost exactly twice as effective. The last alteration to Necromancers is a slight reduce in potency of Mark of Blood in PvP. It is having 1 stack of bleeding removed, leaving 2 remaining, about a 33% damage reduction. Although this is a significant power drop, the ability will remain highly effective, especially considering the sustain granted through regeneration. A slightly mixed bag for the Manipulators of Death, but they are only 1 of 8. Here are the other 7 in easily clickable form.